We're talking about penises again on this channel, except this time it is not my penis, it's penises in general, which makes a refreshing change and feels far less personal. I'm gonna say the word penis a lot though, more than ever before. I'm gonna break my own record. Hey guys, it's Jamie and welcome back to another video all about penises. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today, so let's just get on with it, I guess. Gonna be talking about the T-peen and what happens to your junk when you take testosterone. Just as a warning before I dive straight into this video, I'm gonna say the word penis a lot, as I already said. Penis, 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 just get a few out of the way. But I'm also gonna be using other genital related terms that some people may feel uncomfortable with. Just thought I would put a warning out there to give you the opportunity to click off this video before I get to that point. Yeah. Firstly, I just want to go back to the beginning, introduce myself, talk about what bottom growth is, just in case you're new to this channel or new to transitioning and testosterone and what it can do and everything. Basically, I'm a trans guy. I have been on testosterone for 7 years, nearly. It's coming up to 7 years next month. Feels like a long time. And bottom growth basically refers to the process where the clitoris gets bigger and starts to resemble more a penis. It's not about the actual butt, like you don't grow like a big peachy round butt on testosterone. I mean, some people might, but I think you have to go to the gym for that as well. So a super duper common question that I've been asked throughout my transitioning from the beginning, and I still get asked it now, is will I grow a dick on T? Like, do trans guys grow a penis when they take testosterone? And basically clits and penises are homologous, which means that they are very, very comparable and they are very similar in terms of structure and positioning and things like that. So when you take testosterone and it causes the clitoris to grow, it does appear more like a penis and it obviously functions more like a penis. There are some functions that it can't do, like testosterone isn't just going to make your urethra lengthen and mean that you can pee standing up. It doesn't mean that you can ejaculate from your penis, but it does get bigger and more apparent. So in short, will testosterone make a trans person grow a penis? I would say pretty much. Not the kind of penis that everybody will automatically think of when you say the word penis. It will be on a smaller scale, but it is still very, very similar with certain functionalities and like the structure and everything and the positioning as a cis penis. Cis meaning somebody who's not trans. You're not going to grow yourself a monster dick on testosterone. The typical amount of growth is between 1 to 3 inches, with the smaller end of that scale being most common, so 1 to 2 inches, but you can get more growth than that. It is just rare. And then some people's will look more typically like a penis and be in a position more like a penis and like stick out a bit more. Other people's will be more hidden and a bit smaller. It all just depends on your body and your genetics and how you react to testosterone and all of that stuff. So there are multiple different like areas of questions that I've had in the past relating to like when the growth happens, how much happens, what you can use it for, what surgeries you can get in relation to it and all of that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be covering right now. Firstly, the timeline of growth. For a lot of people, genital growth will actually be a very, very early change, and what typically tends to precede this is an increase in sensitivity, and that can be really irritating. When things start rubbing on your underwear and you're like, oh my god, what's happening? This feels weird. It basically means stuff is starting to change down there. You can have an increase in sensitivity, an increase in size, and this can start to happen in like small ways within the first few weeks of being on testosterone. So it really is one of the very early changes. But don't panic if it doesn't happen very early for you. Everybody's different. So with it starting very early on, it typically like gradually carries on happening for 2 to 3 years on testosterone until it reaches its maximum size. How much you will grow will depend pretty much solely on your genetics. I have heard of people saying that DHT creams and pumping does cause an increase in size. I don't know the validity of those claims or whether it actually causes permanent increases in size, because obviously pumping does cause temporary increases, but whether it's actually permanent, I have no idea. What I do know for sure is if you're on any kind of like gel-based testosterone, so if you're like Testogel or Androgel or anything like that, never apply it directly to your penis because it isn't localized. It won't cause any more growth than you'd have just applying it to where you should be applying it, and it will likely just irritate your penis. Next up is functionality, and I know the question everybody wants to know is, can you have penetrative sex with the lower growth you experience on testosterone? And the answer for most people is unfortunately no. Lower growth can change like how you feel about your genitals and how you maybe use them during sex and how they feel during sex and stuff like that. But unless you experience an unusually large amount of growth on T, it's unlikely that you'll be able to achieve penetration, and if you can, it's likely to be fairly shallow. There are two main reasons for this. One is that what you achieve is just a much smaller scale of a cis penis. It is small in size. As I said, it's most common for it to be around 1 to 2 inches, but also your penis will still be tethered to like the rest of you. It's not like a freestanding tube like a typical penis unless you have metoidioplasty, and this can basically just restrict how much it moves and what position it can be in, and it typically sits a little bit lower, but you will be more likely to notice when you're aroused. So like you'll maybe notice increase in size and hardness hardness when you're aroused that you might not have noticed before because everything was a lot smaller and a lot more hidden. And then the final thing I want to talk about is what happens to your penis when you have metoidioplasty surgery. Obviously there is phalloplasty, but that creates a penis from a skin graft rather than working with what's already going on down there. So that's why I'm going to concentrate on meta. The first and foremost thing that metoidioplasty aims to achieve is freeing up your penis and making it into a freestanding tube and like lifting it slightly higher into a higher up position. And this basically means that you're likely to have more usable size, your erections are likely to be more noticeable, it can make the appearance more typical of a cis penis, and it can also increase the sexual functionality of your penis. You are more likely to be able to achieve penetrative sex. It's a very difficult word to say. Penetrative sex post-meta than pre-meta because of the changes listed above, like the freeing up of the size and untethering and everything like that, but it's not guaranteed. Obviously your penis will still be small, and most people who can achieve penetration, it is on the shallow side still, but I have heard of a lot of people being able to achieve some level of penetration post-meta. Just bear in mind it isn't guaranteed and not everybody can do it. So yeah, in short, testosterone causes the clit to grow, and the clit is very similar to a penis, and so when it gets bigger it resembles more like a penis and it works more like a penis in several ways. Having surgery like meta can increase the usability of it and make it appear even more like a cis penis. Basically, just think of it as a miniature version of a penis, and having surgery can enhance some of the functionality you have with it. Now, I've had very positive experience with like growth on testosterone and having metoidioplasty, and I'm very happy with what I've ended up with, but I've tried to keep this very realistic, and it's important that you keep your expectations realistic, and so don't expect like a huge amount of growth, and don't think that penetrative sex is guaranteed even if you have metoidioplasty surgery. But what you can expect is that your genitals will begin to resemble a much more scaled down version of a cis penis, and your penis will be more noticeable and just a bit more there. And for a lot of people this helps with dysphoria. Getting things like metoidioplasty can just increase the functionality and make the most of what you've got. But if you are after guaranteed penetrative sex and an average size penis, then phalloplasty is probably more the way to go. So yeah, I hope this video could help you out. If there's something you were curious about, leave your comments below on what you think of it, or if I missed anything out that you think is important. If there's any videos that you would like to see from me, trans or not, then leave ideas below. Yeah, if you like this video, thinking about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Much love, bye!